Hey guys, today I'm going to show you how easy it is to use bondo to fix stuff like this in wood. Now you could use a putty or something like that, but for something that's going to get opened and closed a lot, I'm going to go with some bondo. That way it'll fill it in nice and hard, and then you can sand it down real smooth, and then when it's time to repaint, you can repaint right over it, no problem. Okay, so we're going to need a couple of things. What you're going to need is to get you a nice can of bondo. You can either do like I do. I do a lot of repairs. I use this stuff a lot. So I bought the big 1 gallon size. But you can also go and get, smaller can. They also make little squeeze tubes versions. But after you get your bondo, go ahead and get yourself a putty knife. Get you a couple of pieces of cardboard and cut to about this size. I want to say it's about 6 by 3 inches. Get yourself a sanding block. Some people like the kind of blocks that sandpaper on both sides and on the corners and edges. Those are fine, but me personally, I like using these kind of blocks where I actually cut my own sandpaper. And speaking of the sandpaper, you're going to want to get some 120 grit. Now, if you're doing thick repairs, something that's like ghastly, go ahead and start it with 80 grit to knock it down. But when you get it down near it, you want to go with the 120 grit. Also, instead of wasting time and money and effort, I just take some plain old chopsticks from Japanese or Chinese restaurants and use those for my mixing. That way, as soon as I mix the bondo, I can throw these right into the trash can. And then I can use my putty knife. Alright, y'all ready? Let's begin. When it comes to mixing your bondo, you only need about half as much as you think you really need. For that little repair we're about to do, we're only going to need just a little bit of bondo. So, like I said, got my chopsticks here. Take a piece of cardboard. I'm just going to put a little bit out there on there. That's probably more than plenty right there. So that's all I'm going to grab out. So now you need to put your hardener in. Now the more hardener you put in this, the faster it's going to harden. And for a little piece like this, man, you only need just a little drop. See that little bit right there? I'm going to show you guys up closer. There's my bondo, there's the hardener. See how there's not that much? Now we can mix it up. And it's going to turn a pink color. And when you do this, you want to do this as fast as possible. You want to get it mixed up really good. But you got to keep in mind, there's a dry time. So while you're mixing, this stuff's already activating and getting ready to dry. So you'll have about 1 to 2 minutes to work with it to get it spread. Now that it's mixed, we can throw our chopsticks right into the trash. Okay, so now that we got our putty mixed, we take just a little bit. Put it on. Wipe your excess off. Like I told you, see already that's filled, and how much was out of that? Just that little bit. So now I'm going to take my knife and go up one time. Notice how I'm wiping it on the side of this cardboard. I'm going to come down that way. Filling this a little bit more. You want to try to get it flat. That just saves on sanding. If you let that dry, like you see how that big gouge is, like it's flat here, but a lot caked up, you're going to have to just sand all that down. So you might as well just try to get it nice and smooth on your first run. And it's great about bondo is if you add too much, you can just sand it down. If you add too little, you can just mix more up and put you some more right back in its place. Like I said, this stuff dries fast because you want to work quick with it. Alright, I'm happy with the way that's looking right there. You can tell where it was level in the middle, but filled in the hole that's to the right side and the gouges that was over here on the left side of this white line, because that means that was original right there. So you know you're really good right there. So just gonna scrape some of that out. Alright guys, so I'd say within the next 1 minute that's going to harden, but it's still going to be kind of sticky. So let's give it about 15-20 minutes and we're going to come back and sand it. Okay guys, so now that we've waited 30 minutes and let our bondo dry, it's now solid. We're going to take our sand block with our 120 grit and we're going to sand it down nice and smooth. Make sure you stay flat. That's all you gotta do is just sand it down till you get it nice and level, nice and smooth. And don't worry about the paint because we're going to repaint all of this so it'll all blend in nice and evenly together. Occasionally, you'll see where it gunks up on your paper. You smack it out and pick it out. You can change your paper. Alright guys, that's now all filled in. It's all nice and smooth. You can't even tell that there was ever a big gouge right there. So that's going to wrap it up for this video. All you got to do after that is paint it. I'm not going to show that in the video. I'm still working on my trim in my hallway. And I'm going to paint everything in one go once I get done filling all the gouges, caulking all the seams, and finish hanging the trim. Alright guys, I hope this video helped someone out there. So if you like what you saw, make sure to hit that like button. Come on man, it's free. It's the best thing you can do for me. And make sure you subscribe for more videos and check out my other videos on my channel. Have a great day guys.